Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the next episode of Ramblin Rebels podcast. This is episode number 26, and today we have Queen of Carnival Ball, Corrin Cashio. How you doing, Corrin?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. So tell us a little bit about like what you had to do and like all the effort you had to do into becoming queen.
So, first, me and Chance had to agree that we wanted to walk in Carnival Ball, but there's two differences to walking there's walking and there's running. And we decided to run for King and Queen. So, first, we started off with a little binder and we came up with all kind of fundraising ideas throughout the months. We signed the papers in January to start being able to fundraise, and after that our fundraisers just fell in place and we started raising money.
Oh, yes. So I did Carnival Ball last year, and it was a very stressful process doing all of those fundraisers. What was like one of y'all's biggest fundraisers that y'all had?
One of the ones that probably made the most money and probably was the biggest was the middle school dance in the cafeteria. They had a bunch of people out, and we did it on Cinco de Mayo, so everybody just dropped off their kids and they went go eat like Mexican food. So everybody brought their kids so they can go out that night.
I got you. So you are senior class president. Tell us a little bit about that. Like, what an honor it is to be.
It's fun, but it could be stressful at times just because everybody thinks I have the answers for everything, but most of the time I don't. But Miss Mazzella definitely helps me through most of it. But other than that, I really enjoy like planning things out and making events. So it's been a good experience.
What's your favorite event that you've held so far?
Probably either senior sunrise because everybody was there and it was like the start of our senior year, or donuts with dad was pretty fun because all the dads were just sitting in the cafeteria.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. My dad was having too much fun.
Yeah, they were being funny.
So you play sports. What would you say is like your favorite sport and like that you want to do for a long time?
Softball is probably my favorite sport. I've been playing since I was 2. I did have the opportunity to go play in college, but I will not be going play in college because I am trying to be a doctor. But you definitely can be a student athlete in college. It's just not the route that I want to take.
So you did get an offer from LCU,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Would you say if you got an opportunity from a bigger college, would you take that path?
So it wasn't necessarily the size of the college the reason why I didn't go. It was just like it started feeling like a job. I still love the sport, but I mainly didn't go because LCU wasn't really a place where I would like to stay, and I don't think I would have liked it. I think I would have transferred out. But it was a beautiful college, and the people were all really nice, and I wish I would have liked it because I probably would have went, but it's just not the decision I decided to make.
I got you. So you want to be a doctor? What form of doctor do you want to be? Like,
I'm gonna try to be a dermatologist, but it's hard to imagine that during residency in medical school. So whatever it takes me.
I hear you. I hear you. So y'all went to the state championship in softball. Tell us a little bit about that experience.
That was the coolest thing I have ever did in my life because I've always been thinking about that since I was little. And probably it was weird because I think I was more hyped for winning the semifinal game than I was for winning the state championship game because like we've never made it past the semifinal game in like 7 years. Like we've
Right.
always lost that game. So once we got over that bump, it just felt like everything was just like a high from there on. So it was a good experience.
Right. So going into Carnival Ball, what are some of the things that y'all have done besides all the fundraisers and stuff that have been very fun for you?
Probably the practices have been the funnest thing because we're all friends, so we all hang out. And it's just been a great experience, especially the committee. They just make it really fun for all of us, and they give us presents, and it's just like, it's not as stressful as I thought it would be, but when it comes down, when everything's settled out, it's just fun from now on. So it's been a great experience.
So you said all your friends are in it. Did y'all have like a plan of doing this all at the same time this senior year?
Actually, yes. We've been talking about this since ninth grade that we were all gonna walk our senior year. But I ended up walking my ninth grade year also, or was it my 10th grade? I don't know. I walked, it was my 10th grade. I walked my 10th grade year, and we didn't really expect that. So I didn't know if my mom was gonna let me walk my senior year, much less run. But she ended up letting me. But yeah, we've all been talking about it since. So it was planned.
It was planned. I got you. So, you know, on this podcast, we talk about food. What are some of your go-to places that you like to eat? In some of the meals that you get over there?
We talking about like fast food, or we talking
Anything.
about?
All right.
It depends.
All right. Let's start off slow. Let's go fast food. What you get from a fast food place?
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. We
What
either
you
go
get?
with the crunch wrap with extra nacho cheese and sour cream, or you gotta look on the menu and see if they got those $5 deals with the boxes. Cause if they got the nacho fry box, then I'll get that. But if they don't, then the crunch wrap is the way to go. But you gotta get the taco on the side. But if I'm not feeling that hungry that day, then we go with the cheesy gordita crunch. But the Cinnabons are a must.
The Cinnabons are a must.
They have to be in the bag.
Have to be. What about the drink? Do you get the Baja Blast?
I get the Baja Blast, but the one in La Plaza usually doesn't have it, so then I just go with my Dr. Pepper.
What you mean? They always have it. When I
go, it's out. But
what time do you go?
Usually at night.
That must be why. But let's like a more contemporary restaurant. Like you don't have to dress really nice. Where are you going?
Copeland's by Esplanade, because Copeland's is like the mother to Popeyes, if that makes sense.
The mother to Popeyes?
Yes.
How you figure?
Because Copeland's originated, and then the owner of Copeland's was like, I'm going to open fast food restaurants so nobody has to come to sit down dinner. And they made Popeyes. And then that became a chain fast food restaurant.
Right.
So the chicken tenders from Copeland's are Popeyes chicken tenders, and the red beans. They're just fancier.
I hear you. So, what about a really, really nice restaurant? Where are you going? Like you going out for prom to go eat somewhere?
Ruth Chris Steakhouse.
God, you're expensive.
Ruth Chris is good. Wait, you gotta throw in fiery crab too.
Fiery crab?
But that's not fancy. But I eat up some fiery crab.
I mean, it's pretty fancy. It's pretty expensive food.
Oh, it is, but it's not like prom day. Like you gotta like tie your hair up, really get your ankles in that, eat it up.
So, how do you feel about this crawfish season? There's gonna be a drought, and there's not gonna be a lot of crawfish. Right now, they're like $15 a pound.
I'm not buying it.
You not buying it?
I love crawfish. Is like one of my favorite foods, but like I'm not gonna buy. Like, I can like smash at least like 10 pounds by myself. So like 15 times 10. Like I'm not gonna eat $150 worth of crawfish by myself. Like that's pointless.
That is pointless.
It's good though. Like I'll eat some crawfish up, but it makes me upset.
Do you all usually, you and your family, have a big thing?
Yeah, we usually have quite a few crawfish bowls over the times, like for birthdays, just because. But now, like, we're not going to do it because it's going to be so expensive.
I think the thing that most people are going to do instead of doing crawfish, because the price of shrimp isn't as high.
Right.
I think they're just going to do, like, shrimp balls and maybe a sack of crawfish.
Yeah, they were my family was talking about doing, like, shrimp and crabs, but...
Right. It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Hopefully, it gets over with. So, do you have any other questions for me or anything else you want to say to the people?
Nope.
All right, thank you for having yourself here.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I'm back. We have King Chance Montelius of Carnival Ball. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Chance.
Carnival Ball is amazing to me. It's going well, too. We're pretty much almost done. And I'm just ready for Saturday.
Tell us a little bit more about like what you do, who are you, and like what do you do any extracurriculars outside of school?
I work, pretty much. I fix air conditions with my papa, and get paid pretty decent money. And it's pretty fun because it's not that hard of a job. I'm pretty much, as soon as I graduate, because I'm a senior now, as soon as I graduate, I'm going to be going to Votech. And as soon as I go to Votech, I'm going to go there to learn to be an electrical engineer.
Has that been like a dream of yours to be an electrical engineer?
Yeah.
For how long?
Since I was 14, when I first started working for air conditioners.
So you are a senior. What are some of the perks and some of the stuff that's been good to you so far through your senior year?
Football. Playing football with Coach Lee. It was fun while it lasted, especially since we made it to the dome. Then soccer came. Soccer's just a fun sport. And then right after soccer, we had Carnival ball. And Carnival ball is really fun right now. Setting everything up.
I hear you. So tell us a little bit about like the process of making all this stuff happen and fundraising for it, because I know I was in the court last year and it was a very stressful thing having to raise a certain amount of money, and y'all raised like 10 times as much as I did.
It really wasn't that stressful. Just we did a lot of small and a couple big fundraisers, which was pretty easy. It was just a lot of simple stuff. It really wasn't much, like cooking, bake sales, a lot of bake sales. Mostly everything we did was around cooking. We did a lot of cooking stuff, baking and everything.
I hear you. So what about setting up in the gym for Carnival Ball? Because we've been in here busting our butts every single day. Tell me a little bit about how that has been on you.
It's been nice on me. It hasn't really been that hard. It's nice to take a break from school and to focus on something that's really fun to do and stuff that everybody enjoys.
I hear you. So walk us through like your senior year football season, because you said that was a very special moment to you. Like how was it to you?
It was fun with all my friends, watching everybody do good, especially with Coach Lee always getting on us for doing something simple but not right. And it was fun watching Coach Lashin yell at Jared all the time and Caden.
Oh man, yeah, those were some good times. And tell us a little bit about your whole career through soccer, through high school. Tell us a little about some highlight moments to you.
We lose every game, all right, but it's really fun. Soccer is really one of the funnest sports here. It really is.
I hear you. What makes it fun? Like
The bus rides, the fact that really I can't even explain it. It's a really fun sport. It really is.
I got you.
I don't know why. Just there's a lot of things that like you do. Like a lot of football players came and played soccer. They thought it was gonna be boring and they liked it.
Right. So, listen, I got a request for a question to ask you on my website. I have a Google Forms on my website about this podcast, and somebody asked me to ask you this question. Why is your nickname the Cheese King?
I'm not answering that question.
The people want to know.
Well, they don't get to know.
Was there like a certain incident that made you the
No,
Cheese
there was
King?
no incident. It's just the same. It's just something that everybody else has done. I don't know why.
Do you have
started calling me
a thing for like Cheetos?
that. No.
By any chance?
No.
No. All right, so we do talk about food on this podcast.
Yeah, let's
And-
not talk about food.
and-
I'm not the biggest on food.
I hear you. Do you have like a fast food chain like that you like, or like your go-to fast food?
McDonald's or Popeyes.
What do you get usually from those two places?
From Popeyes, I'll get a spicy chicken sandwich.
No fries, no beans.
I'll
nothing
get a
like that?
fry, but maybe a biscuit, a spicy chicken sandwich, a biscuit, and a medium fry. And for McDonald's, I like their nuggets.
That's all you like from there?
I like their nuggets, their fries, and their Big Mac. Not said Big Mac. What's it called? A spicy chicken sandwich. That's what I like from there.
I hear you. So what about some restaurants? What would you go to for like a restaurant? You about to go out to prom and you're bringing a date. Where are you going?
I like Nobles.
Nobles? Why?
Nobles, my family run it, and that's the food I grew up with.
What's your favorite thing that you get over there?
I like their fried fish. They got good fried fish.
Is thin fried fish or?
No, I don't think so.
I hear you. But all right. So you're a senior this year. You're about to graduate. Are you planning on doing AC like you said as your job now your whole life?
No, I plan on going to the plant and doing electrical, being an electrical engineer.
So you said you were dreamed about that your whole life. Why that?
Because that's what all my family was doing at the time. Like, they were good with electrical, and my dad taught me, like, when I was early to fix stuff, and that's really what I've been doing. I'll fix stuff around the house.
Gotcha. So is there any other questions you have for me or anything else you want to say to them?
No, not really.
Well, thank you for being on, Mr. Chance. Okay, I'm back here with the head chairman of the Carnival Ball Court, Miss Chatelle Epperly. How are we doing today, Miss Chatelle?
We're doing great.
So, tell us a little bit about yourself and who you are and what you do here at Riverside.
I am the Title I interventionist, so I pull elementary and high school students who are having trouble in reading and math, and we do lessons and review different skills that they need to strengthen.
I hear you. Well, tell us a little bit about like what you do to prepare for Carnival Ball and to make the gym look awesome, the tickets, just everything that goes into it.
So we start probably back in September, and we have a committee meeting. I have a committee of 7 this year, and we discuss our theme, and we come up with a backdrop, and then we draw it all out, and then we start painting and glittering. We started in October this year, drawing. My daughter did all of the drawings, and we continued to work, and we finished on yesterday.
Y'all finished yesterday. So, how difficult is it to do all of that? And like, I know it's probably like very stressful doing all that.
It gets stressful at times. Everybody works together, and we usually put in about 5,000 hours from October to the carnival, up to the night of Carnival Ball, and we work tirelessly and endlessly to make all of it happen.
What is it like? What does it mean to you have this happen?
Excuse the interruption, teachers and students. Can all junior court Carnival Ball members please come to the elementary office? Thank you.
Speak of the devil. So what does it mean to you, like, doing this? Like, why did you choose to do this? Because I know Mr. Darryl P. Claymore used to be the head chairman before you.
And so was Carrie Roussel and Aaron Jung. And I got into it when my son was king for junior court, and I started helping. So I just continued helping, and then they needed somebody to take over. So I took over, and here I am today.
What year did you take over?
6 years ago.
6 years ago. Gotcha. So this is a big night. Can you tell us a little bit about your court members this year and how they've been practicing and all that, and like what they mean to you?
The court members mean a lot to me. They're special, and this year we have a junior court that was having a little trouble because we have like a pattern on the floor, so they have to remember where they're going. So we've had to work a little bit harder with them as far as the walk goes, but they got it down and they're good to go for Friday night. And then Saturday night we have a senior court, which is very special to me because they all leaving because they're seniors. So we're gonna have to find a whole new group of kids next year to help out. They help during the week, help build, help set up stuff. So
How long do you plan on like doing this? Do you find it more long term than short term?
it just depends on how hard it gets to find people to help.
Right. So, tell us a little bit about your teaching here, more so on that subject.
I started 6 years ago here at Riverside when my son was a senior, and I taught social studies. Then I got asked to do 504, which is helping students with testing and small groups. So I've gotten into the Title I, and I enjoy helping the students with their skills. We work really hard to strengthen their reading skills and math skills, so it's a reward to see them grow.
Right. So, tell us a little bit about your background here at Riverside. You went here in high school. Tell us, just give us a little background about it.
So yes, I started back in Riverside when I was in the 4th grade. Continued, and I graduated from Riverside in 1987. And then I went to college to be a teacher, and I came and worked. I worked in the public school for 23 years, and I was asked to come and work at Riverside, and I've been here for the last 6 years.
So, did you do like any extracurricular activities whenever you were at Riverside?
Yes, I was a majorette, so I twirled a baton for 4 years, and I also was into sports. I played volleyball, basketball, and softball.
What would you say you were best at?
Volleyball.
Why? You were did you get like any honors or anything like that?
Back in the day when I played volleyball, they had just started volleyball at Riverside. So
Right.
my junior year was one of the first years they had volleyball here at Riverside. So they didn't really have any honors, like they didn't have the district or whatever, the district honors that they give today. So we just played games, and we had a season, and I was the setter.
So, where'd you go to college, and like, what exactly was your major, and like, how was college, and how did it treat you?
I went to Southeastern. I got my bachelor's degree. It was a really good experience at teaching. They gave us all the skills we needed to be wonderful teachers at Southeastern. And then a couple of years later, I went back and got my master's for administration, and I'm here today.
Gotcha. So, tell us a little bit about the staff at Riverside and how they are to you, and like, how do you feel about them?
The staff is wonderful here at Riverside. We're one big happy family. We get along most of the time. We work to help each other. And if I need anything, I know I can go to, different people for different things, and they're willing to help all the time.
I hear you. So we talk about food a lot on this podcast. So, what's your go-to place around here that you want to go eat at all the time?
El Paso. We like Mexican food, so we go to El Paso a lot.
Why not La Coretta's? You don't. I got you. What about maybe not so close to here, like maybe to the town? Where are you going? Like on a nice date with your husband? Where are you going?
We like to go to Saltgrass.
Saltgrass?
Yeah, we like the onion strings they got.
I got you. Like what day of the week would you go?
Tuesday.
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 I hear you. Thank you for being on, Ms. Epperly. You have anything else you wanted to say?
Riverside is a wonderful place, and we love it here.
Bye. Have a nice day.
The Mardi Gras